drink it.
You
Then fell to right away, nicking and slicing neatly.
So we'll leave about a poetry when we come out again. Bellaghy Bawn, that's what we're coming to see now. Plantation house. So these are the boys that came here at the very start, and then all the native Irish were trying to kill them. EHOD event today, spinning demo plus tours. I'll show you sheep there, boys. It doesn't look, the picture you normally see this here is from the outside, from a big round part of it. So you get a wee farm outside. The chips on now in the car. Luna's in there. Put up this stuff. God, keep forgetting about the alarm and her. I'm gonna set the alarm off. Keep forgetting about that. So here we are now. Opening times today 12 o'clock to 4, free admission. See, I like that word free there. The wee things you put your weightings in to not behave themselves. The wee stick their hands through it. There's one leg. Put their faces in it. Don't know if they have tours or you just walk around here. I can't say I've ever been in here. I don't think I have ever been in here. It's always closed. 17th century house. 17th century fortified house on Bawn. Bought the secure land granted to the Veneers company. They'll tell us all about inside. So basically what you done, the English, after the flight of the Arabs, the Crown took over the land, and they gave all the land to the people who helped them out and stuff. On the condition they had to build one of these things. You had to build a fortified wall, and all your local Protestants would be living all around it. And these were all in sight off a neighbouring one. So if one was attacked, you could signal to the other one you've been attacked. And they had to have this wall here, so if the natives were attacking the Protestant community, they had to shelter the Protestant community. Plus feed them, like. Get their food and all rations for them. So there's all the wee towns outside. They'd all run inside the wall. And that's, you think of like the cowboys and Indians and the cavalry fort. So when they built these, it was like a cavalry fort. So you got the land and all, but you had to build one of these things here. The house was built later. You had to build your wee keep place to keep you safe and all the rest. And you had to supply the troops as well. You had to pay your own army. So although they got the land free, but then you could charge rent to the tenants. And then, so I'll walk around here a little later. And I kept the army going. I've never been in here. Not the first time for me here, boys. Don't know if you're allowed to film or not. Don't even know who owns it. That National Trust. Don't know who owns it. Didn't think I was open this year, my Teletara. Didn't see nothing. That must be left from last year. There's no year on it. That has it. My Teletara is worth saying. So yeah, it belongs to the Environment and Heritage crowd. No dogs in buildings. So dogs are allowed around the grounds, not in the buildings. You can open the door yourself, boys. How you doing? It's like so from Doctor Who, the faceless man there, boys. Air conditioning and everything, boys. They were well advanced in them days, weren't they? That's the bit you always see there. You always see this round tower from the outside, and that's unusual. So I don't know when we get to the round tower part. I prefer a wee tour where somebody's taking you around and telling you what things are. This is not telling you. So far I haven't found anything about the house itself. stuff they found in the place here and digging the place up. I'm sure if you were a school group, they'd probably got a whole pile of wee other artifacts in there. Yeah. I'll do a bit more digging yet, find more stuff. Oh, there's a bit of a hole there, boys. Oh, there's a wee underground passage there. It's normally closed, it's open today. You can take a wee peek in today. It mentioned the dungeon. I like the sash windows. No need for net curtains there, boys, is there? No need for net curtains there. Night time. Suppose as well as material, stops or shit like you, doesn't it? Yeah, look, the market. There's Bellaghy years ago. The focus of Bellaghy was the centre of the castle, of Castle Street, with its market cross and stocks for 2 people. I need more than 2 stocks nowadays. Stocks allowed for cooling off if men were fighting or drunk and would only be used for short periods. An old set of stocks is still exhibited in Dromore in County Down. The stone cross was often a centrepiece of markets, overseeing transactions and encouraging fair dealing. Cattle markets still took place in Castle Street until the 1960s. There's a wee picture of the village there now, boys. So, it'd be nice if they had a wee where the main road is today. When you drive past, you see that big round tower from the road. So we've got a big road coming past here now. There's the wee church. So if I take a look out now, where the castle is and the church, that's saying there's the wee road there, that wee lane, boys. So, all the houses and the wee gardens and all. Oh, the wee sheep and all in there, boys, wee sheep. 17th century houses. So I was going to tell you about that. I'll give it a quick read. So, well, I don't know. Anything interesting, I'll make a remark. I'm not one for doing a lot of reading. It's all about the churches. I'll do a wee bit of reading here. Here's a wee basics here, but the plantation of Ulster. Following the flight of the Irish in 1607, plans were made for the settling or planting of colonies in counties Armagh, Cavan, Donegal, Fermanagh, Lundy and Tyrone. They haven't mentioned Antrim there. I think Antrim already had Scottish settlers from before that time, because Antrim was part of Scotland, as in that's a kingdom. That's why Antrim's not on it. Other counties continued to be planted, but the Ulster plantation was a new venture. There were to be 3 kinds of settlers: English or Scottish undertakers, military or civilian officials, people who had worked in Ireland, known as, so I don't know what that word is there, known as that, and Irish grantees. They were to be granted great, middle or small estates, 2,000, 1,500 or 1,000 acres. All were to provide protection for settlers and their proportions. So if you got 2,000 acres of land, you had to protect all the people, not 2,000 acres. So although this person got 1,000 acres, he only half the number of people to protect, unless it piles of babies. Could have been he could have a lot of randy ones there, boys. And their proportions: a stronghold or barn, Irish for cattle corral, and weapons for their use. So the boys who come in for the protection, you had to give them a gun. Rents were due to the Crown, and import and export was free of duty until the plantation was established. So there you go. Wasn't far out. The average stronghold consisted of a bawn or walled yard, 100x by 100x feet, with flanker towers to protect them. Often the flankers doubled as houses. At Benburb Castle, County Tyrone, the square plant flankers were the only residents. I was looking at that, you know. There is no other house in it. There's a stupid bungalow in it now. But they actually lived in one of the flankers, and I was wondering where was the castle. Just telling you about the different types of lands. Let's see, the London Dairy Plantation. In 1610, articles of agreement were drawn up between the Privy Council and the Committee of the City of London. The guilds or companies were to take on the settlement of County Coleraine with parts of Donegal. There was no County Londonderry back then, it was County Coleraine. County Londonderry got Coleraine and a wee bit of County Donegal. And the actual Londonderry city itself was an island in the forest between the two counties. The guilds or companies were to take on the settlement of County Coleraine with parts of Donegal, Tyrone and Antrim. So Antrim's coming in here. Towns were to be built at Derry and Coleraine. It was still Derry back then, because they were to be built. They weren't built at this time. But once they built it, they renamed it. And it was thought that these new towns would help reduce overcrowding in London. That may sound unlikely, but by 1633 there was an established 40 to 50,000 settlers in Ulster. I tell you what, there's far more foreigners now down in Dublin. I tell you, that's the second plantation taking place in Dublin. And we've been fighting 400 years. We see these new settlers. They'll be stolen women, so they were stolen women. 1613, the counties had been divided into 12 proportions, each granting to a group of companies. Well, one of the lead companies, I was asking about that day, see if you're a fishmonger and all these, basically I think that's shareholders. So if say you're in the draper's trade, I was asking them downstairs, they weren't 100% sure. If you're in the draper's trade, you can hand a wee bit of money out, make a donation to fund all this project, and then when the rents came back, you got a wee bit of profit. Because at the end of the day, the business people, they're not charities, they're in it for the business. Too much reading now. And then Charles I. Scottish Presbyterians rose up in rebellion. See these Scottish boys always causing trouble. Bellaghy village. Tell you what, it's a nice big house that's here. There's nothing here to tell you about the people lived in this house, what the rooms is for. I thought you were referring what the rooms is for. The dining room and all the rest. What time is it, boys? My oven chips is ready. So when I get this house finished now, I'm going out to the car to get my chips along with Luna. And then I'm bringing Luna, and then I'm going to walk around the rest of the yard. I have one of them in my house. My granddad had it. He used to use it. And my uncle gave it to me. He uses a door stopper. When we lived in Austell, we were always digging up clay pipes. So I don't know, before our house used to be a field. There must have been a lot of smoking in the field. Have a couple of old wire helmets. I'm going to go back down again now.
Facing you was one large house, and to your right was another house which you were excavating at the moment. And in the far court was a rampart.
Oh, there it is now.
In the 17th century, to my right stood a large house.
What are we looking at?
Behind us stood a house.
There's a fancy wee dome roof on it.
To my left was a large square.
Oh, so you're going to see there's a step here for Waynes to stand on. I'm kneeling on it. So that's how it started off there, and the wall's completely round it. So they built the houses on the left hand side. Hold on, I think the whole probably the whole thing's changed. The round tower on the far left's about the only thing original really. And well, maybe
On large stone foundations, and you can see it's about 3 feet thick.
big round tower on the left and the wee shed on the right. Everything else has practically changed.
This wall is built
Even the wee shed on the right, it's still a shed but it's changed shape.
and it stands on a massive foundation of stone, thrown onto the hillside to provide a stable base for the wall.
So this is the beginning of time there, boys.
Stones were laid as a paved
Well, if we
courtyard.
start off here, look, a sense of time. 5000 BC. Now you got all your flints and stuff there. Not there. That's when man started to born the dog. He probably threw a stick at that dog, chased it away. He's trying to get the fish. And the wee dog brought the stick back. And that's where the bond started. 5000 BC. And that's why I'm tortured with Luna today. Bronze Age. Showing trees there. Them boys cut them all down. Turf spear. 1000. You can see the puppy's now making its way into the home. Look how close it's getting. Elizabeth's Wars, 1500, 1600. Oh, they burnt it down. Vintner's plantation, 32,600 acres. When your man died in 1617, Baptist, I don't know. There's a lot of reading, I need to read that, come back there.
The O'Neills and the O'Donnells had found themselves so challenged that by 1607 they had fled the country. James I, king from 1603, confiscated their lands. Between 1610 and 1622, the buildings of the bawns, castles and small towns were carried out. The livery companies of London financed the scheme, and each was given a plant of land. After 1613, the Vintners Company came to the district of Bellaghy, 32,000 acres. They started by building a town, a red brick bawn with 2 flanker towers and 2 houses contained within. By 1641, the Great Irish Rebellion occurred. The plantation towns were attacked and burned. Some disappeared completely, but Bellaghy survived. Towards the end of the 18th century, the edifying Bishop Frederick Augustus Harvey bought some land on the shores of Lough Eg. He designed his dream house. The house was a very unusual plan, a great rotunda with 2 Palladian wings. When he bought the land at Lough Eg, he also acquired this site, and it is due to his good offices that the house that you see today is a refurbished 18th century house on the site of the old Bawn dwellings. The fortunes of Bellaghy Bawn from the 19th century saw it becoming a family home. The Hill family lived here in the early part of the 19th century, and from 1880, Dr. George Thompson came into the house as the dispensary doctor for the district of Bellaghy. Today the house is a visitor centre. It houses history of the plantation and the work of Seamus Heaney. He would have been very familiar with Castle Street and the market which was held there each month, selling cattle and pigs. His father and his uncles both took part. His poetry reflects his childhood reminiscences.
Visitors who come here today can appreciate the work of Ulster's most notable contemporary poet and the long history of the area using modern presentation facilities. But above all, they are made aware of this building and the role it played in our history.
Top of the hill, we began excavating outside of our original area.
Start using a video recorder today, boys.
Here,
That's not as old as the castle.
and here in this sort of hollow, dark shaded area in the center of the picture. Right
There you
now,
go.
we're
I
walking
get my
directly
wee,
over
red
the
up,
ditch. As you can see, of course, there's absolutely nothing to be seen.